Hi, welcome to Sun Tribe Tarot. My name is Zelda, and this is going to be a love reading for all signs from July 16th to about July 26th for 10 days. I'm doing this reading a little early because of my schedule upcoming this week. I had to do it early. But I hope you guys are doing wonderful. I'm going to start with Cancer and then end with Gemini since it's Cancer season. And happy birthday to all Cancers. I hope you guys have tons of fun and a lot of good luck coming up this new age for you. And love, money, family, friendship, and all aspects of life. I wish you the best. It's going to be a general reading, so please take it as it resonates and leave what does not. There might be different messages for different people. These are for basically Sun, Rising, Moon, Venus, and Jupiter signs. So if your Sun sign does not resonate, please do check out your Rising, Moon, Jupiter, and Venus sign to see if any messages in those readings resonate with you. If not, I'm sorry, I'm not picking up on your energy. Hopefully on the next reading. Alright, well, these are going to be brief readings. And when I read for you and for the person you're dealing with, the energies can apply to your situation in reverse. So keep that in mind because these are just energies that I'm reading and interpreting. Alright. And yeah, let's see, Cancer. I'm going to leave timestamps in the comment section so you can fast forward to your sign of desire after the video is posted. Alright, well, let's get started. Enough about that. Let's see what Cancers are dealing with. Cancer. And what energies will be influencing you until July 26th when it comes to your love life and relationships. Alright, Cancer. Let's see. Ooh, I got the moon in reverse crowning your reading, so you're not really feeling your element, Cancer. Because the moon is a Cancer card, also Pisces card, but definitely Cancer since your ruling planet is the moon, even though the moon is not a planet. Alright, let's see. So yes, with the moon in reverse, you're not really feeling in your element. However, at the same time, this is also going to be about disillusionment. Waking up to deceit, lies, mysteries. Somebody may have been keeping secrets or playing games, or at least they were confusing you, and it looks like there's a disillusionment happening for you, Cancer. Seeing things for what they really are. The moon is setting, so you can see things much more clearly than before. Like your judgment is not going to be clouded anymore. And I have the Ace of Swords along with the Ten of Swords in reverse for you. So that's what I mean. Ace of Swords is also about clarity, once again, a new perspective, new understanding. It is about communication at the same time, establishing communication with this person possibly. But if that's not the case, then it's definitely about having a new understanding, also a new beginning here with new perspective. Because the Ten of Swords is in reverse. So you were in a situation, you've been dealing with this for a long time, and you were in a situation where it was very stressful and very, very overwhelming. Maybe you felt trapped or manipulated or backstabbed, and it just came to an end. You couldn't take it anymore. It was a breaking point, or this could be happening as we speak or about to happen. So Yeah, there's an ending there and a new beginning for you. And for the person you're dealing with, I have the Empress in reverse along with the Judgment in reverse. So you could be dealing with a Libra or Taurus, but doesn't have to be. I also have Gemini and, of course, Pisces, Aquarius as well. But these are just the energies influencing the reading. So they're definitely avoiding something. They don't want to see things for what they really are. They're ignoring you or something you're trying to communicate with them, or they just don't want to see things for what they really are. There is like an avoidance of an important decision or information or communication here. And the Empress in reverse could either be them. Their feelings, their love, their attraction is like changing, or they don't, it's dimming down their emotions, or this person could be very manipulative when it comes to love and heart matters, and also possibly a very big ego because Venus, just like Leo, just like the Sun, just like Mars, can have a really big ego or very big pride when in reverse, when unhealthy. I also have the Lover card in reverse, the Lover's card, with the Five of Swords. So this is about, this is definitely a very strong partner for you. And once I think it was very strong, committed possibly even, or mutual attraction. Could be a soulmate, twin flame for some of you guys, but it's just not strong anymore. It's problematic, or moving forward, that's how it will be. And there is argument, there is fight, there is bringing up, it's confrontation, it's bringing up stuff this person doesn't want to hear. So, but you have to bring it up there because there's a new perspective for you, new understanding, clarity, truth, and it's like you're cutting with the truth, and it's necessary here. And this person may not want to hear it, but it has to happen. Due to this, like this person's avoidance or possibly their feelings changing, or not really expressive emotionally, or again manipulative. Oh wow, yeah, it's the connection is just damaged. It's not strong. And I have the Ace of Cups in reverse, so that cup of emotions, love, is being drained empty. So no new emotional beginning here with this person. For you, it's all about truth and disillusionment, Cancer. Yeah. And once that happens, this person doesn't want to hear about it, or they don't handle it in a mature way. I think you cut them off. I have the Knight of Swords in reverse. So that's cutting off communication and ignoring the truth again with this person. So that's Cancer for the next 10 days. A lot of truth, a lot of clarity for you. All right. Oh, wow. Well, these just popped up, so I'm going to read these too, since they have a message for some of you. This is a very toxic connection. It was a very strong emotional connection, but it's not anymore. It became very unhealthy and toxic because it's very one-sided. One person is not responsible, not giving, not as invested as the other person, and there is injustice, unfairness here, especially when it comes to tangible earth material matters. So you're going to have to either correct this problem or cut this person off, or again, cut them with the truth, But yeah, that was Cancer. Now moving on to Leo. Hi, Leos. I hope you guys are doing wonderful. Let's see what you are dealing with and what energies will be influencing you until July 26th when it comes to your love life and relationships. Let's do a few shuffles and then I'll begin. I hope you guys can hear me. I forgot to put my mic on, so I hope you guys can hear me. right, one more shuffle and then we'll begin. Okay. Leo, Leo love life. Leo love life. Oh, great. Car flies. Okay. Oh, wow. All right, well, Leo, I have the Judgment in reverse crowning your reading. Um, Either there was a very big decision that was made in the past, or it could also be avoidance of a decision or avoidance of something very important here. Um, let's see, somebody could. All right, Leo, so you're coming up as the Queen of Cups along with the Hermit. So you're coming up as very wise right now, very intuitive, very caring, possibly very emotional, but also objective, because the Hermit is a Virgo card. So it's like you take some time out for yourself. You may be alone, you may isolate yourself, or you need some alone time, and in order to access your inner guide, inner wisdom. And with the analysis that comes with the Hermit is pretty objective and grounded. So, and it's also very illuminating. So I think a lot of you are very intuitive right now, since it's paired with the Queen of Cups. And I think you're discovering a lot of self-love and self-worth, self-respect right now. And also some things that you may not have really known or ignored. Sometimes we ignore red flags and that type of stuff, or overlooked. Or again, like stuff that wasn't very apparent to you before now is very loud and very clear, and you have been learning things about relationships and love life, or when dealing with a specific person, and becoming much more wise. Especially emotional intelligence here is growing for you. Also, I have the Emperor in reverse along with the uh, Seven of Wands for the person you're dealing with. So this is a very defensive individual, possibly very controlling. They could have anger issues. Please let me know if you guys can hear me or not, by the way. um, Also, this person, again, big ego, the Emperor in reverse. So manipulative, controlling, not very responsible, doesn't like to take on responsibility or be accountable for the actions, but they're very defensive, and they're just standing their ground and not budging. Possibly, again, ego and pride could be a big factor when it comes to this person you're dealing with, Leo. Um, so between you, I have the Nine of Pentacles, which, by the way, is another Virgo card. You could be dealing with a Virgo, but doesn't have to be. I also have Aries here in Gemini and Aquarius. The energies influencing your reading. I also have the Five of Swords between you. So either there was, is, or is about to be some sort of a conflict between you two, an argument, likely verbal, and it could get very ugly, very hurtful, hit below the belt. Somebody could be very sharp-tongued, likely the person you're dealing with, because they're showing up as the Emperor in reverse. This is not a healthy individual that you're dealing with, and very stubborn, likely too, because of the Seven of Wands here. Very defensive for the wrong things. And moving forward, with the Nine of Pentacles in reverse, this is codependency. Not being independent could also be money, material problems, tangible issues. Excuse me, somebody not wanting to be single could also be an issue here for some of you, likely the person you're dealing with again. But It's also about not being accountable and responsible, not because the pentacle energy is also about responsibility, accountability, investment, stability, being consistent, that sort of things, besides like money and tangible things. So when in reverse, for some of you, that I think the absence of those is an issue when it comes to dealing with this person. They're not responsible, not grounded, not invested, and so on, and also possibly codependent. And again, there is a conflict between you two, an argument. And I think with that is possibly a break or walking away from each other, because it does get very ugly and somebody here does not feel heard. Um, Likely the person you're dealing, no, likely you, Leo. And I also have the Three of Swords in reverse for the future card. So this is about healing. This is about calling people out on their shit and moving on with a lot of wisdom, not caring about this person and their own problems and ego and pride and irresponsibility or control issues, and moving forward because this person did hurt you, or is hurting you, and it's very disappointing and sad, and maybe even for some of you feels like a loss, but you're moving on to heal, to focus on your own healing, to pull those swords out of your heart or out of your back. um, so anything else for Leo before we move on? Yeah. Oh, nice. Okay, so it's very much supporting the Three of Swords. I have the Strength card, which is a Leo card, along with the Two of Wands and the Ten of Wands in reverse. So you cannot just see eye to eye with this person because they have a lot of issues they have to deal with on their own. They're very avoidant and very defensive. So you're moving on to heal, to unburden yourself. Likely have been dealing with this person for a long time, since it came to a 10, a tipping point, a point where you cannot move forward, grow, heal, or anything. You just feel tired and you let it go. And it's because, again, you don't see eye to eye with this person. You cannot get on the same page. You're just not heard. So instead, you focus on your own healing, tending to yourself, your inner, health, your self-love, self-care, and so on. And when you do that, you become much more stronger and healthier, since you're very intuitive. And also, again, right now, you're pretty wise, or about to be. But yeah, that was Leo. Now moving on to Virgos. Yeah, I just saw the Nine of Wands for Leo, so that's also about letting go, having no more grit to keep on with this relationship dynamic or with this person, and letting go. But anyways, back to Virgo. I hope my Virgos are doing great. Let's see, Virgo, what are you dealing with, and what energies are going to be influencing you for until July 26th when it comes to your love life and relationships? I hope good things. Yeah. A couple more shuffles and then we'll start. Virgo. Virgo love. Alright, last shuffle. Alright. Virgo love. Wow. Okay. I got the Empress that just jumped out, crowning your reading. Usually Empress in the upright is good. It's about feeling very like, okay, I'll put this up too. Very loving, nurturing, growing, very fertile in many ways. Alright, let's see. A bunch of cards keep jumping out at the same time. I'm trying to get like only a few. Wow. Okay. One more. Oh, I need one more for that one. Clarify this. Okay. So again, the Empress, you could be dealing with a Taurus or a Libra, but doesn't have to be. It's just the energy influencing your reading, Virgo. Again, you're very much focused on your own growth, self-love, also attraction, romance. Um, Again, you're very fertile and creative in many ways. Like you can make things happen, but with diplomacy, with intuition, with love, with care, with nurturing, or with creativity. Um, so more like a you're tapped into your inner divine feminine is what I'm going to say. But I also have the Nine of Pentacles along with the Page of Pentacles in reverse for you, Virgo. The Nine of Pentacles is a Virgo card as far as I know, but it's like you're not really being in your element. You don't feel free or independent, especially financially or in tangible ways. You may feel like yeah, for a lot of you, this is going to be about finance and stuff like that, career, job, income, stability, financial or tangible security. You're just not where you want to be. And for some of you, you could have experienced some sort of a loss of income or material possessions or stability and so on. And right now, it's like you're having difficulty finding solution to this. For some of you, this could also mean that you're not really invested in this person you're dealing with. You may feel, for some of you, there is an issue of codependency. It could be you, could be the person you're dealing with, will probably be different for different Virgos. But also, it's about like lack of investment, lack of trust, lack of stability when it comes to this partnership or relationship with this person. Because the earth energy is again about stability, trust, responsibility, accountability, consistency, and so on, being grounded. So one of those or combination of those could be lacking here and causing an issue or deficit in this relationship or partnership. For the person you're dealing with, I do have the Hermit along with the Ace of Cups in reverse. The Hermit is a Virgo card, by the way, so you could resonate with either side. Will be different for different Virgos. But the person you're dealing with seems like they're going to be feeling or are feeling very alone, isolated, and keeping to themselves. They are trying to tap into their inner guidance, but they're possibly really cold and not very emotional. So because the Ace of Cups in reverse, they're not willing to give emotionally or start something new emotionally. Or if you're expecting an apology, they're not giving it, or vice versa. I do have the Knight of Wands between you two, so there's very quick action and movement between, but it's also possibly anger, frustration, or impulsiveness. It's a lot of fire energy there, and it's very fast and impulsive. Also have the Three of Cups in reverse, along with the Knight of Wands. So again, there's not much joy, not much celebration, or emotional security here. There again could be trust issues for some of you. Won't resonate for everybody, but there could be a third party situation. Could be romantic, doesn't have to be. For a lot of you who do have a third party situation, will likely be about somebody influencing you or the person you're dealing with in a negative way, in an unhealthy way. Could be a lot of gossiping, like a lot of overindulgence, a lot of partying, or I don't know, it could be like many different things depending on who you're dealing with, but it's unhealthy and it's likely impulsive and coming from anger and frustration. And again, no emotional security here. You're having difficulty like seeing ahead, Virgo. I have the Two of Swords along with the Three of Wands in reverse. So, yeah, with the two, you're trying to make a decision. You're trying to make an intellectual, logical, reasonable decision when it comes to yourself and this person. But it's like you're blindfolded. You can't really, it's like you don't know everything there is like to know. You're missing something, or you just don't feel comfortable making that decision because you can't really see ahead. Again, another three. So for some of you, third parties could be influencing or mixing in this partnership or situation in an unhealthy way. But this person you're dealing with definitely turning cold and moving ahead. Like, I don't think you really see this person in your future. Like, you're not making plans with them for your future. But again, you want to take a new leap of faith, and likely you will. You're going to start from zero, opening up a complete, not a new chapter, not a new page, but a completely new book, new journey in your life. Very much fresh energy. Again, taking a new leap of faith. But you can't really see ahead what's coming. And I don't think you have to. Maybe it does make you very uneasy or uncomfortable, but it's what's necessary right now. Whether you can predict or see what's coming or not, you're going to have to take this new leap of faith by yourself. It's going to give you a lot more power and freedom here, and possibly new perspective and fresh energy. The Knight of Cups in reverse is also about not offering love, emotion, apologies, anything emotional to this person or partnership moving forward. So yeah, it's because you need to, I have the Seven of Cups in reverse. So there could have been a lot of illusions or emotions were clouding judgment here, whether it was in your case or the person you're dealing with. You need to like cut through that. You need clarity. And to do that in order to do that, I think you need to basically pay attention more to your intuition and your mind rather than the emotions when it comes to this person. So there could have been a lot of lies, deceit, secrets, or again, uncertainties and confusion. And you need to like ignore that, leave that behind, take a new fresh leap of faith, no matter how risky or how uncertain it may appear to you. Because otherwise there is no way you can heal. I have the Four of Swords in reverse, and a lot of restlessness and anxiety comes up when dealing with this person. But again, the new fresh energy, new beginning, new start is very much necessary and healthy for you. So go for it. It's going to give you a lot of pride, not pride, well, healthy pride. It's going to give you a lot of strength and like empowerment. So take that new leap of faith, start something fresh and new in your life. Unburden yourself. If you feel trapped, get out of there. Alright. So that was Virgo. Now moving on to Libra. I hope my Libras are doing really good. Let's see what you're dealing with and what energies will be influencing you until July 26th when it comes to your love life and relationships. Libra. A couple shuffles here. Libra love life. Talk to me, cards. Libra love life. Ooh. I got the Ace of Swords. So a new beginning, fresh new perspective and clarity. Let's see what that really means here. Alright, so definitely closing out an old cycle, old chapter, and starting something brand new, coming fast too. So yeah, Ace of Swords, crowning your reading. There is a new beginning for you, new perspective, new understanding or clarity here. I do have the Six of Pentacles, along with Scorpio is going to be right after Libra. I'm doing them in order. But yeah, I have the Six of Pentacles along with the Knight of Pentacles in reverse. So, okay. I think this is about you giving to yourself, you focusing on yourself, your own finances, your own material stability, security, trusting in yourself. Again, for a lot of you, this is about growing your own empire when it comes to tangible material things and prosperity. But I don't think you're really offering it to anybody right now. There's not a whole lot of offer to anybody. Maybe you don't want to commit, or you just want to keep it to yourself and focus on your own, again, security. And for the person you're dealing with, though, it's a little different. They have the Knight of Cups. I'm doing Libra. I have the Knight of Cups along with the Three of Wands. So they're waiting. They could be at a distance, by the way, but doesn't have to be. They're waiting. They're trying to make plans. They could be thinking about making an emotional offer to you, offer of apology, love, again, emotions, or they already have and they're just waiting. But you're not really, at least right now or in the near future, you're not really in a giving mood or offering mood. So they're possibly patiently waiting or trying to figure out what to do moving ahead. Between you, I have the Wheel of Fortune along with the Knight of Wands. So there is a ending, also a new beginning, a new cycle. That's actually really positive and it's coming fast. It could also be an impulsive decision to change things or end things and begin something new again. Or it could be like the catalyst of this could be like anger or frustration, a lot of fire energy, or it could be passion for some of you too. Somebody, likely the person you're dealing with, is pretty passionate and impulsive because they have the Wands energy there along with some Cups emotional energy, while you're just very much earth, very grounded, and also self-protective in some ways too. You're not really, you're very intuitive moving forward, or you will be, but at the same time you could be pretty confused, or you could be dealing with deceit, facade, lies, confusion, mysteries, or people keeping secrets. Maybe you already have dealt with a situation like this before, or person, or it could be coming up ahead. But if that's the case, then pay attention to your intuition, because nobody, nothing can fool your intuition. They can fool your mind, your emotions, or you could even fool your own mind or emotions, but not the intuition. So that would be the advice coming from the Moon card. I do have the Seven of Wands along with the Six of Wands in reverse and the Ten of Swords in reverse moving forward. So there is defensiveness due to pride or ego here. There is also somebody is feel or will feel like their ego has been slighted, like damaged or hurt, and they're very defensive, very possibly angry. Also, they think they're standing up for themselves, or you could be feeling this way. And with the Ten of Swords in reverse, you've been dealing with this person for a while, and likely there was a tipping point, a breaking point that happened or is happening, and it's so stressful, so worrisome, or feeling of entrapment, or feeling betrayed and backstabbed, and you're definitely going to move forward to heal, to unburden yourself or get yourself out of that situation and free yourself and pull all those swords out from your back and start healing. And a lot of this is going to be very intuitive for you. Intuitive decisions, intuitive healing, and so on. All right, well, that was Libra for until July 26th. So now moving on to Scorpios. Hey, Scorpios. How you guys doing? I hope you guys are doing great. Let's see what you're dealing with and what energies will be influencing you until July 26th when it comes to your love life and relationships. I hope good things. A couple more shuffles. One more. Alright, Scorpio, love life. Well, I think there is no new beginning with the person you're dealing with so far. The passion is not there anymore. The flame of the passion is being put out. You want something much more dependable, much more trustworthy and promising and grounded. And I don't think you were getting that with this person, Scorpio. You could feel very much unheard, or one of you could be ignoring the other person. Oh yeah, definitely. Well, at least for now, or in the recent past, that was the case. Oh, good for you. Okay, well, I have the Ace of Wands in reverse, crowning your reading. Again, new beginning. The passion, the flame is being put out and dying. The excitement, the interest. You also have the Page of Wands in reverse. Yeah, it looks like it. Page of Wands in reverse along with the Ace of Pentacles. So again, with the Page of Wands in reverse and the Ace of Wands in reverse, you're losing all your passion, your interest, your excitement when it comes to this person. The fire is not there anymore. And again, with the Ace of Pentacles, you do have a new beginning or a new commitment or an opportunity that you will act on, or that will be presented to you, or it's your decision possibly, but it's about groundedness, trust, responsibility, something more stable, something more promising, more earth energy. Also, some of you could be focusing on your money, intangible security, career, and so on. And but yeah, you want something more accountable. And for them, I have the Empress in reverse along with the Eight of Swords. So they're the ones who are the ones ignoring. They're ignoring, or they're not hearing you, or they're trying to avoid you, or avoid making a decision, or could be avoiding, like they don't want to understand something, or acknowledge something, because there's judgment in reverse between you two. So it's an avoidance, along with the Ace of Cups in reverse. So the emotions, that cup of love is being drained empty. So no emotional beginning, no apologies, no healing when it comes to this person, because there's avoidance. This person, the Empress in reverse, could be somebody, again, pretty egotistical or prideful. It could be somebody that's very unemotional, or who likes to manipulate people when it comes to love matters or emotionally. And they are pretty like they have insecurities and anxieties and stuff, but they're trying to ignore it. They're trying to hide, possibly behind their pride and ego. So very unhealthy, but their emotions are also changing too. Like they're not feeling as attractive or loving anymore, or attracted anymore. But moving forward, I have the Queen of Swords for you, along with the Eight of Wands. So this is about making a decision, very clear-minded, responsible, logical decision. And it's a fast decision. Either it requires some action or communication. But you look what it's about. It's about the Nine of Pentacles. Well, this is how it shows up on the table. And then the Page of Swords. So, being single, being being independent, also focusing on your money and stability and growth and prosperity, what makes you happy. And again, wanting something more grounded, more giving, more invested, more trustworthy, and consistent. So you're focusing on a lot of earth energy here, moving forward. And it's coming from a very clear-minded, logical place. And it's a very fast, decisive decision for you. And you might communicate this with this person, or it's a new understanding for you. And it's like you're growing from Page of Swords to Queen of Swords. So maturing mentally here. Taking charge of your partnership, your situation, your love life and relationships here in a very grounded, logical way. So good for you, Scorpio. Again, for some of you, that could be cutting the other person off. It seems like it could also be mutual for some of you, but doesn't have to be, because they show up as the Empress in reverse, and she sometimes can be pretty like codependent or controlling and manipulative. So, you know, for you, you're cutting them off. Definitely. You're no longer investing in them because it's so tiring and you don't want to deal with the same thing over and over again, and you need to unburden yourself and release, you know, a lot of baggage when it comes to this person, and free yourself. But yeah, that was Scorpio. Now moving on to Sagittarius. Hi, my Sagittarians. Alright, I hope you guys are doing great. Let's see, hopefully some good energy in your reading. Let's see what you're dealing with and what energies will be influencing you until July 26th when it comes to your love life and relationships. A few shuffles and I'll get right into the reading. Sagittarius. By the way, Gemini is last because I started with Cancer because it's Cancer season, and it will end with Gemini. I think I saw somebody asking about Gemini, so. But yeah, back to Sagittarius, love life. Sagittarius. Alright, one more shuffle. That was a really bad shuffle. One more. Alright. Sagittarius, love life. Somebody has a big ego here. You could be dealing with a Leo, but doesn't have to be. It's Leo energy here. In the reverse, it could be insecurities at play here. Alright, there is or was some sort of a rejection, emotional rejection, or somebody just feeling bored or underwhelmed or just not interested emotionally in a partnership or a person any longer. Four of Cups, crowning your reading. Could be you, could be the person you're dealing with. Could be on both sides. Will probably be different for different Sagittariuses, so take it as it resonates. But for you, I have the Six of Wands along with the Strength in reverse. You have, alright, there is insecurity or feeling kind of weak here when dealing with this person, or uncertain, or it could be also having trouble controlling your inner emotions or your anger or frustration, or again, for some of you there is some pride and ego here, and if that's the case, if you have insecurities and stuff when it comes to dealing with them, or you feel hurt, you're not showing it. You don't want to show it. You're showing up as like, I got everything under control. I'm successful. I'm strong. I'm fine. But behind the curtains is the strength in reverse. So, and for others of you, again, it's about ego, pride, frustrations, unable to, control your anger, and it may go overboard with the Six of Wands here. You feel like it empowers you, but it may go overboard. So watch out for that. Again, this could be vice versa for some of you, so take it as it resonates. I have the Knight of Swords and the Knight of Cups for the person you're dealing with, both in reverse. So they're not communicating, or they're not gonna want to communicate with you, and they're not also emotionally open. If you're expecting an apology or healing coming from them, it's not coming, at least not in the near future. It's more so about being, maybe this person could be giving you silent treatment, or cutting you off, or lying, or because of the Knight of Swords in reverse is either lack of communication or unhealthy negative communication. So could be either or it could be combination of that. But they're not offering anything emotionally to you. They're pretty closed off. And between you, I have the Three of Cups in reverse, along with the Five of Wands in reverse. So for some of you, this Five of Wands already happened in the past. Or there could be passive aggressiveness here at play when it comes to this person, or vice versa. And it's just, somebody here doesn't feel emotionally secure or stable in this relationship or partnership. They don't feel happy, they don't feel joyful, there's no celebration, there's no feeling like joyful and good. For some of you, there could be a third party influence. If it is, it's likely about gossiping and meddling and that type of stuff from an outside person. That's pretty unhealthy. And yeah, there was argument or fight for some of you in the past, in a recent past, and now this person is shut off, and you're over here like, I got everything controlled, I feel great, but really you feel kind of insecure, or you feel very angry and frustrated. And moving forward, I do have the Knight of Pentacles, so it's a bit of a stagnant situation, at least moving forward or right now. But it is an offer too, but it's like, I'm not gonna go after you, I'm not gonna chase you down. If you want something, if you want a solution or whatever, healing, or something stable, whatever the offer is, they need to come to you. They need to work, or again, vice versa. Whoever has something to offer that's open to something with you or with the other person moving forward, is not the one who wants to really do stuff. The other person has to come to them and put in some work, and so that they can take the pentacle, whoever is offering here. Likely you, Sagittarius, I think, because this person is like, the Knight is all both in reverse for them, so I don't think they're offering much. You, though, do have possibly something to offer. Not everybody, though. It won't resonate with everybody. Some of you do, and if that's the case, they have to come to you. For others, there is no offer. It's just a stagnant situation. But there is a Tower in reverse as well. Scorpio energy here, as well as Mars. So there could have been like a very fast, intense ending or change or fight again, because I have the Five of Wands there in the middle in reverse. So for some of you, there's like a need to avoid this. For others of you, you're trying to move on from it and heal, move past it, but it's going so slow, the healing process. And or some of you, or this person could have cut off communication or turned cold, because they want to avoid the situation become a complete disaster, or vice versa. So take it as it resonates. It might be different for different people. Wow. Okay, well, I got the world. So for a lot of you, there was or is some sort of an ending or a massive change. It's colossal. The partnership here has run its course and you hit a dead end. And from here, you have to close it out and move on. Open a completely new book in your life, not a new chapter, something fresh, brand new. And the world is ruled by Saturn, so it's about getting rid of dead weight, getting rid of things, people, behaviors, or beliefs that don't serve you no longer, so that you can grow and evolve and move on in your life with much more wisdom and freedom. So, for a lot of you, there is some sort of an ending here, or again, rejection. And the tower moment probably already happened for a lot of you. If it hasn't, there is an avoidance, but it is coming no matter what. The universe is guiding you through this, and it's very necessary, but it may be painful, but it's going to be good ultimately. Um, so, yeah. That was Sagittarius. Whew. Now, moving on to Capricorns. Alright. Let's see. How are my Capricorns doing? Alright. Let's see what Capricorns are dealing with and what energies will be influencing you until July 26th when it comes to your love life and relationships. Capris. Why can I not shuffle? There. All right. Capricorn love. So far I have the King of Cups in reverse, crowning your reading. And I do see that the Nine of Cups, so I think a lot of you are emotionally closed off. You're not offering any love or emotion or anything like that. Oh yeah. Looks like you've given up on somebody or a relationship or a partnership. Oh my. You're marrying each other too. Yeah. This is a very clear ending, and no longer being invested in somebody or some partnership, and gaining your emotional independence and health and well-being. Oh, you want something new. Definitely. And you're going to be ready for something new, but not right now. Right now, I think a lot of you, this is already, either if it already has happened, you're still processing it, or some of you might be going through it right now or right about to. King of Cups in reverse. You're either emotionally completely shut down, or you're having difficulty controlling your emotions, and you could have emotional outbursts and stuff like that. But for a lot of you, I think this is like completely emotionally being unavailable. Nine of Wands and 10 of Cups, both in reverse, showing up for you, Capricorn. So you're giving up. You don't have any more strength, power, passion, or interest to deal with this person. You're tired. You've been dealing with them for a long time, since I have a bunch of like 9s and I have 10. So long-term situation, partnership here, that has grown tiresome, and you letting go. It was very burdensome. You didn't get your emotional fulfillment or what was promised or what you expected here. You didn't reach your full potential with this person or in this partnership. And it just was unhappy for you. You weren't happy. You weren't joyful. And the person you're dealing with, they're pretty emotionally immature. They're showing up as the Page of Cups in reverse, along with the Temperance in reverse. Very imbalanced. They don't really feel peaceful either. They could be overindulgent. This is Capricorn. Aquarius is right after this. So I'm doing them in order. But yeah, the Temperance in reverse is overindulgence, impatience, and lack of balance and harmony. And Page of Cups in reverse, this person is emotionally immature, possibly manipulative, or like to play games, or they're not emotional at all, like at all. So you're showing up as the King of Cups, they're the Page of Cups, both in reverse. So both of you are emotionally closed off. And instead, there is Nine of Cups between you, so emotional independence and freedom from each other, being also single. I have the Ten of Wands with the Nine of Cups here. It's just so tiring and burdensome. There was a lot of bad experiences between you and this person. It's like the weight of the world was on your shoulders, and it had to come to an end, or is coming to an end. It's a tipping point, a breaking point, ending the whole situation or partnership. You're no longer going to be invested in this partnership. I have the King of Pentacles in reverse again, moving forward. You want something more grounded. You want something you can trust, more stable, more responsible, that has that promises a lot more prosperity and fulfillment, whatever that means for you. Of course, it might be different for different people. How, you know, what makes you feel emotionally and intangibly fulfilled. Yeah, you're letting go because you can't really see eye to eye with this person. You just cannot come to an agreement. And there also might be some deceit or secrets when it comes to dealing with this person. So you're dropping it. Instead, for the future, this is what's showing up. The Page of Wands along with the Four of Wands. So this is a new beginning, fresh energy. You want something new moving forward, or you will. Again, for some of you, you may not be ready for this just yet, but moving forward, it's coming. And you're going to feel more like a child, more excited, more adventurous. You know, what's out there, more, you want to go out and explore, and find somebody you can like click with, that's equal, twin flame, or a new door. You know, you could go out and look out, like, what else is out there, what new doors are out there for me to go through, to open and you know, explore. So, and for a lot of you, this could be a new partnership, a new person. Could be a fire sign, but doesn't have to be. Somebody that's very exciting and interesting and willing to commit. Like, they will match your passion. So, yeah, could be a Leo, but doesn't have to be. But yeah, that was Capricorn. Looks good for future cards. But yeah, it's like you're literally running away from this old person. Again, for some of you, there was deceit, mind games, word games, and this person was very cold-hearted, possibly even narcissist that you were dealing with, Capricorn. But yeah, alright. So that was Capricorn. Now moving on to Aquarius. Let's see what Aquarians are dealing with, and what energies will be influencing you until July 26th when it comes to your love life and relationships. I hope my Aquarians are doing good, hanging in there at least. I know from previous readings some of you were like dealing with some tough situations or person, but let's see what the cards have to say. Few shuffles and I'll get right into the reading. Oh, Aquarius of life. One more shuffle. Alright, Aquarius love life. Ooh, you are very close to a tipping point, Aquarius. You're very defensive, very tired, possibly even hurt. Alright. Or it could be the person you're dealing with. Again, the readings can also go vice versa. Always also go vice versa. So keep that in mind. Standing up for yourself. Ooh, okay. So I have the Nine of Wands crowning your reading, Aquarius. Could be influencing you and or the person you're dealing with. Again, you've been dealing with this person for a while. A lot of good and bad experiences. You've been hurt. You're tired, and you're defensive. You're like, I have 9 wands here, 9 bad experiences. If I have one more, like, I'm out of here, or it's gonna be a big fight or whatever. And maybe there already was a big argument, because I have the 5 of Cups along with the Strength, both in reverse for you, Aquarius. Ooh, you feel emotionally disappointed, tired, maybe grieving, or betrayed. Like there's some sort of a loss here, emotional loss and change. And if had you feeling so insecure, possibly angry or frustrated, and maybe difficulty controlling your emotions here, or maybe this could have been like in the past for some of you. But you know what? This emotional change, alright, if you already have been through it, it was, again, could be triggered by anger, frustrations, or it was like a loss, but it gave you a lot of strength, because it was about standing up for yourself, I think. Standing up for yourself, not taking no more crap from another person. And it was, again, sad or tough emotionally, but it also made you grow, made you stronger. And now you're like getting over it, you're moving on from it. You could be dealing with a Leo, but doesn't have to be. I also have, oh, this is Aquarius. I do have Aquarius card. I have Libra, Taurus, I have Gemini, let me see. And I also have water signs, just the cards influencing the reading. But for some of you, if you did not go through an emotional change, breakup, or loss or something like that, it was due to avoiding confrontation and fear of standing up for yourself due to insecurities, lack of courage, and so on. If that's the case, you're gonna have to go through it. It's gonna, like, the universe is guiding you through a point where you have to stand up for yourself. You have to be like, enough is enough. You have to acknowledge you're arriving at a breaking point, and act out of self-love. And it doesn't have to be something like, you know, crazy, like super conflict and arguing and yelling and fighting. It could be very diplomatic. Just, you know, say what you need to say your piece, and the other person has to deal with it, not you. They're responsible for, you know, their own emotions or whatever. You have to stand up for yourself if you haven't done it so yet. But for a lot of you, I think you already have. The person you're dealing with, I have the Fool card along with the King of Cups. So they're like taking a new leap of faith. For some of you, this could go vice versa. I'm saying that because the Fool card is Aquarius card, and you're Aquarius, so you know, take it as it resonates. But this person is starting something fresh and new. There's new understanding, new leap of faith. They're very intuitive moving forward, but also very closed off emotionally, keeping to themselves, trying to regain emotional balance and health and well-being. Maybe learning some self-love here. because I have the Empress between you two, so there is or was a lot of love between you or attraction. This could also be a family member for some of you, but doesn't have to be. Um, but the Empress has the Four of Cups. So I'm thinking this is about emotional maturity, self-love, and also diplomacy. And from that comes a rejection. Like, I'm not going to deal with this situation or this behavior or whatever over and over and over again. There's a time where I have to say no, where I have to emotionally turn off or reject the other person. Um, because you want fertility and growth and love and nurture and caring. And for that, you need to say no to something here when it comes to this person, or again, vice versa. So moving forward, I have the Seven of Wands along with the Four of Swords, and finally the Eight of Cups. Moving on emotionally, it just supports the Nine of Wands, the Four of Cups, and the Eight of Cups. It's about acknowledging you're tired, you can't deal with this no more, rejecting or putting an end to an emotional attachment, no matter how much love you have for them, saying no, and then moving on and walking away, keeping your word, because you have to stand up for yourself. This is going to take a lot of courage and a lot of self-respect and self-love for you to do this. But you will if you haven't already. If you're doing it, it's what's right. It's courageous, standing up for yourself, and taking some time apart too, possibly, in order to heal, in order to find some peace of mind. Get rid of a lot of anxieties, fears, regrets, worries, whatever was plaguing your mind when it comes to this partnership or in this situation. You need to take a break from and heal mentally, and that requires either emotional distance or complete distance, walking away, if you haven't already. Yeah, you want something more, or somebody more like grounded and accountable and trustworthy, and responsible. Yeah, so I have the Knight of Swords in reverse. This could be about cutting communications with this person, since it comes after the Eight of Cups and the Four of Swords. It's about cutting off the person, cutting off communication, no longer being present with them. You need some time out to heal. It's important for your own growth and self-love. Well, yeah, that is Aquarius. Yeah. That's Aquarius. Now moving on to Pisces. Let's see what, okay, this keeps dropping, so I just want to show you this. Sorry, this is for Aquarius. Again, Page of Pentacles. It's a new beginning, fresh energy, but you want something responsible, accountable, grounded, and trustworthy, and you need somebody or this person to be invested, like you, in more of like an earth energy sense, like groundedness. Also, this is about paying attention to your money. This could be a new job offer, new income, or new beginning, new investment for you that's very prosperous or promises a lot of prosperity. So go for it if that's the case. All right. But now, back to Pisces. Let's see. I hope my Pisceans are doing really good. Let's see what you're dealing with and what energies will be influencing you until July 26th when it comes to your love life and relationships. Pisces. A few shuffles and I'll get right into the reading. Pisces love. goodness. Okay. So I have, let me lay these out. I have the Six of Wands crowning your reading, Pisces. So this could be about either you or this person, likely you, moving on, or at least putting some mental distance between you and this person, or completely walking away. Could be different for different Pisces, so take it as it resonates. But there's definitely, in some way, moving on or putting distance between you and this person. Again, could go vice versa though. Keep that in mind. But I'm saying it's you because I have the Knight of Cups in reverse for you, along with the Four of Pentacles. So no emotional offer, no offer of apology or healing or love. Emotionally, emotionally turning off when it comes to this person, because you want some security. You're like protecting. I think this is self-preservation and self-protection. It could also be coming from a point of being stubborn, being clingy, stubborn, not wanting change because you want to stay in your comfort zone. You could be very much focused on earthly matters, tangible things, trust issues, responsibility, money, accountability, investments, and that sort of stuff. And yeah, there's a sense of not wanting to let go of your position or not wanting things to change. And for that, you're like emotionally shutting down or not offering, again, anything emotional or apologetic when it comes to this person. I have the Six of Wands along with the Two of Swords in reverse. This person is having difficulty making the decision. I think they're very confused and they feel very insecure, or they feel like they're not in control, not in power, and very much unsure of themselves. You could be dealing with a fire sign or a air sign or a combination of those two, but doesn't have to be. You don't really feel in your element right now or moving forward when dealing with this person, because I have the Moon in reverse, which is a Pisces card, also Cancer, but it's about disillusionment, about seeing behind the curtain, and if there were lies, deceit, secrets, and so on, or confusion, you're coming to a point, or some of you already have, where you're seeing right through it. There is disillusionment. Things are coming to the light. And whether for you, this person, or maybe for both of you, I have the Five of Cups in reverse as well between you two. So for some of you, this already has happened, where there was a conflict, likely emotional change, argument, fight, disagreement, that was pretty like painful or difficult to go through. It was, you may feel betrayed or vice versa, backstabbed, or like you lost something, you were grieving. Or there could have been emotional outbursts, possibly too. But it was very much like clearing the air, like it was needed. And let me see. Yeah, it was the secret, the lies, the mysteries, and so on, or confusions that was the source of the disappointment, the emotional conflict, loss, or sadness here. And now I think it's a sense of moving on from it and gaining clarity. And it might be painful. I don't think this person really you're dealing with knows what to do. And I have the Four of Cups in reverse moving forward. So there was likely a rejection, emotional rejection, or putting emotional distance between you two again. If this did not happen, I'm sorry, I can't talk. If this did not happen, then there is an avoidance of this, passive aggressiveness, avoiding confrontation, or addressing certain emotional issues and problems and so on. So take whatever resonates. But it's paired with the Six of Cups in reverse. So bad memories. This is like some past issues. You likely have history with this person, and there was something that were done that were bad or said that was negative and hurtful, and it's coming back up, or it needs to be addressed. It needs to be, whatever issues you or this other person has needs to express it, and there could be grudge being held here between you two, could be coming from you or vice versa. Um, or it could be both, like you did this, you said this, well, you did this, it could be on both sides for some of you. But there's also Five of Pentacles in reverse too. So there was definitely some sort of change, loss. Somebody felt left out in the cold or rejected. Or maybe, again, there is an avoidance of this, and it's happening as we speak. And there is resistance from one of you against this change or loss or being rejected. Somebody may try to come back into the picture if this already has happened, because it starts with the Six of Swords, so that's about putting distance or walking away. And moving forward in the future cards, it's about somebody trying to come back into the connection or resisting this change. But how can that be unless, like, how can that work out unless this person or whoever's trying to come back resolves all the past issues, or moves on from grudge and holding, something against the other person. It was bad memories, bad things happened between you two. So without that being addressed, even if they, you guys come back together, it's just going to be the same thing over again. So that needs to be solved, and whoever it belongs to is responsible of addressing their own emotional issues or problems, and vice versa. So I have the Seven of Cups, the Nine of Pentacles, along with the King of Wands. Somebody is, like, again, walking away and wanting to be independent, maybe even single. And they don't want, they're not letting their emotions cloud their judgment. Or if there were confusions, lies, deceit, mysteries, secrets, again, they're seeing right through it, or they're going to come to a point. This could be you, this could be the person you're dealing with, Pisces, take it as it resonates, but one of you is going to come at a point where you're seeing through the BS. And if there were, like, an issue with other options, other people and stuff, meddling or getting involved somehow, this person is cutting that out too, or basically calling it out. May not resonate with everybody though. And being single, being by yourself, being independent, focusing on your own money, your security, your own empire. You want something, or whoever this is wants something more grounded, more trustworthy, more consistent, and more invested. And by doing this, being single or independent, or cutting off any codependencies, this person is going to be so much more empowered. Because the King of Wands, when paired with Earth energy, is actually very grounded and responsible, and not like a player or anything, at least not anymore. And it's also about taking control of your life, of your finances, of your relationship, different aspects of your life. And it's not an extroverted energy, it's pretty introverted, so this person's going to be keeping to themselves in order to gain confidence, power, and prosperity in being single here. So one person doesn't want this, the other person is doing it anyway, basically. Who's who might be different for different Pisces, just take it as it resonates. Yeah. Basically, this person, whoever is wanting to be single or independent, is showing up as the Hierophant, so tapping into the inner masculine energy, standing up for yourself, doing what's right here in this relationship, also doing what's right for you, what's healthy, and again, wanting stability, wanting something trustworthy here. So That is Pisces. Now moving on to Aries. How are my Aries doing? I hope my Aries are pretty good. Let's see what you're dealing with and what energies will be influencing you moving forward until July 26th when it comes to your love life and relationships, Aries. Alright, couple shuffles. It's getting really windy here. Not that I'm complaining. Could use a little breeze. I'm a Leo, but I'm also Capricorn rising and Aquarius moon. So, opposite signs, sun and moon sign. Couldn't tell from my crazy hair, my Leo hair. Alright. So Aries. Woo! I said Aries and the King of Wands just flew out. So, thank you. So King of Wands, Aries, this is great. Wow. Wow. Okay. I also have Queen of Wands. It's a lot of fire energy. You're feeling in control or standing up for yourself, doing what's necessary for yourself, Aries. Okay, finding some balance. All right, well, again, I have the King of Wands crowning your reading, Aries, and influencing you, possibly the person you're dealing with, but I think for a lot of you, it's you. I mean, you're fire sign, but it's taking control, standing up for yourself, and doing what's right. Also, it's about feeling more playful, seeing what's out there, not taking everything too seriously, having some fun and finding or paying attention to your own passion in yourself, basically, what you want out of life, what you want from yourself. I have the Six of Pentacles along with the Six of Cups in reverse. Wow, it's like a storm came out of nowhere. I don't know if you guys can hear that, but it's really loud, strong wind. Sorry. Aries, you're stormy. But yeah, the Six of Pentacles is you wanting something more grounded, you asking for stability and justice and fairness. And I think this is about also giving to yourself. No, you're not giving to this person. I think this person you're dealing with wants to come back out from the cold, or wants in when it comes to the connection between you two, because they're coming up as the Five of Pentacles in reverse along with the Four of Swords in reverse. So they're restless, and I think they have you on their mind heavy, and it's possible that there either was a break or a change or an end between you two, or it's coming and this person is very much resistant to it. They don't want it to happen. And some of you might give to this unhealthy person or relationship. I'm saying it's unhealthy because the Six of Cups in reverse is about past problems, issues, grudge. But others of you are basically paying attention to what was done that wasn't fair in the past when it comes to this person, and asking for or demanding justice and doing what's fair when it comes to you, like giving to yourself, giving some justice to yourself, basically. So take it as it resonates. There is change and ending between you two already happened for some of you. I'm saying that because you have the world between you guys. The world is about massive endings, massive change. Nothing's going to be the same again. It could be a breakup for some of you, doesn't have to be though. But it's very empowering change because it's paired with the Queen of Wands. So it's empowering, it's necessary. It could be done with a lot of decisiveness and even maybe anger, or this is just what necessary and this is what I'm going to do, it's non-negotiable. Or for some of you, this is what the universe is putting you through whether you want to or not. Some of you are still giving to this unhealthy situation knowing it's unhealthy, and if that's the case, the universe or the divine is like gonna put an end to it. For others, it's you who's putting an end to it or already have. It's basically closing out the whole book, the whole journey, and not just a chapter, and starting something fresh and brand new. It's like hitting a dead end, and this partnership already served its purpose. If you get back into it, you're just going to keep repeating the same thing over and over again. There's no growth, nothing new to learn from here anymore. There is some codependency. For some of you, if it's difficult to move on or let go, it could be due to some codependencies. Could be about money, tangible things, but doesn't have to be. It could be where this person is just draining to you, or vice versa, due to wanting to be emotionally comfortable, like emotional comfort zone. And that's because it's the Chariot, and the Chariot is Cancer energy, which is about emotional comfort zone and security here. So somebody doesn't want change here. I think it's the person you're dealing with, though, since they have the Five of Pentacles in reverse. But I also have the Ten of Pentacles. It's a lot of Pentacles, and the Two of Pentacles as well. So for some of you, there is definitely money issues, property issues, or tangible things at play here, but doesn't have to be. Instead, it could be about trust issues, responsibility, accountability, investment, and that sort of stuff, or consistency, and so on. Wow, another pentacle. I got the King of Pentacles in reverse. If you're giving to this person, I don't think they deserve it. They're not very grounded. They're not invested. They're not trustworthy, or they're not really good at respecting boundaries or giving, equally to this partnership. You are trying to find balance and juggle multiple things when it comes to this partnership. Maybe you're trying to even the scales here, but it's a 10. It's a 10. And whoever is codependent here is like a big ego. They act like they got everything under control, and they don't want things to change, and they could be pretty controlling or come on too strong. But it's a 10, and a 10 could be prosperity. This could be a family member for some of you, or a spouse, or somebody you've been dealing with for a long time. It could be romantic as well. But a 10 is like reaching completion and finality. So it could be about comfort zones here, and that's coming to an end. Somebody is still trying to juggle things, make things work, find balance, or it could be a one-sided situation that the other person's trying to make it happen. Like they're trying to do two persons' job here when it's supposed to be, both sides are supposed to give equally. So it's just not working. It's comfort zone. It's maybe prosperous, but it may be too comfortable, too boring, and I think somebody is not as giving as the other person here. Yeah, you want something new and fresh. You're not going to want to manifest things with this person anymore moving forward, or vice versa. I have the Empress along with the Ace of Cups. So For some of you, this is new love offer. For others of you, this is about healing, giving the love to yourself, self-love, and growth and creativity and fertility when it comes to love matters, or again, when it comes to self-love. So Magician in reverse, you're not feeling in your element with this person, so you're not going to want to manifest anything with them. You don't really have the will, the passion, the interest to do so. Or maybe you don't know how to, and you're just growing tired and not really wanting to do anything, closing out this whole cycle, this whole journey with them. Or again, vice versa. Yeah, you're cutting them out. Anything like comfort zone or codependent situation, you're cutting it out, basically. You're going to turn really cold and uninterested and maybe sharp-tongued even and cut it out. Somebody is just too comfortable here and they don't deserve it. It's just not, I don't see anything indicating that you're very happy here, honestly. The only thing it cups is the Six of Cups in reverse, and that's not happy. That's bad situations that took place between you two in the past. So, yeah, but that was Aries. Now moving on to Taurus. Yeah, alright. Hi Taurans, I hope you guys are doing wonderful. Let's see what you're dealing with and what energies will be influencing you when it comes to your love life and relationships until July 26th. I hope good things. Taurus love. Why am I having difficulty shuffling these? Okay, here. I need to buy new cards. Yeah, your moon sign can definitely resonate very strongly, sometimes more than your rising sign or your sun sign, by the way. It's usually the case with me, but, you know, it could be different for different people. I check out all of them, sun sign, rising, and moon sign, and sometimes Venus as well. But yeah, Taurus love. Couple more shuffles and I'll get right into it. Hi Capricorn. Alright, Taurus. One more shuffle. You're gaining some clarity, Taurus? I think so. Oh, nice. Some healing clarity at that. Oh, wow. You're dealing with somebody who's either very controlling, stubborn, impatient, or overindulgent. Not very harmonious individual, at least not right now or not moving forward. There's a new decision being made here. Oh, that's going to be painful but necessary. Alright. So I have the Star card crowning your reading, Taurus, and this is about healing, finding your optimism and hope again, because you're gaining some clarity, some much needed and important information. I have the Page of Swords for you, so this is a new understanding, clarity, once again, that frees you from a lot of worries, anxieties, regrets, fears, insomnia. Something was just on your mind heavy, stressed you out a lot. And with a new understanding and clarity and healing, all of that is being released. So fresh new perspective here, especially when it comes to dealing with this person. I think you cannot see eye to eye with them. Your vibrations are not matching, and I'll show you why. Um, I have the Hangman in reverse along with the Temperance in reverse for the person you're dealing with. Let me know if there is trouble hearing me, by the way. I'm hearing a lot of noise around me. But the person is like either trying to hold on and control the situation too much. They could be very stubborn or refusing to look at things with a new perspective. You're definitely not having that trouble, but they are. They're not letting go. They're just clinging onto something here. And it's just creating a lot of like disharmony because of the Temperance in reverse. And again, they could be going overboard on some things, overindulging, or acting very impatient and controlling, and just nothing that, like diplomatic is coming from this person. No peace, no harmony, no patience. Ugh. They need to let go of whatever they're clinging on to so much. And I have the Two of Wands in reverse for you, so between you guys, along with the Seven of Pentacles in reverse. So again, not really meeting eye to eye, not getting on the same page, your vibrations are not matching. And there were either bad things or negative things that were done here in your past that was being analyzed, but it's coming to a point where you already realize it's just not working, and there could be money issues between you two, or lack of patience once again that's causing trouble here. You haven't been able to tend to your own garden and focus on yourself, your own growth, your own prosperity, your own health, self-love, and so on. Or there could be issues with trust here between you two. If none of that resonates, it's possibly trust, accountability, consistency issues here. It's just lack of growth. And there is a decision being made, a judgment, and the Queen of Pentacles. And it's coming from, and I think you're the one who's making the decision because you have the Page of Swords. And it's going to be a decision that is very healing and necessary for you. And it's out of, again, needing stability, needing accountability, trust, laying down some boundaries, healthy boundaries, and expecting the other person to respect this. You also want prosperity again, because the Queen of Pentacles is all about prosperity in tangible ways. So I think you're like having to nurture yourself with this decision. It's good for yourself, and it's an awakening moment too. It's like an aha moment, and but it's difficult emotionally to go through with it, either for you or for this person, or for maybe for both of you. It could be different for different Tauruses, but it's it feels like a loss, or it feels like somebody feels like it's a betrayal, and it's a difficult emotional change or conflict. This other person may not like it, and they may resist it. They may feel like it's an unfortunate change, an unfortunate ending, maybe even. So for some of you, I have the Wheel of Fortune in reverse, and like things are not working out for them, or vice versa. But it's necessary change, no matter how much resistance there is, because you need a Three of Pentacles energy. You need collaboration, you need teamwork, you need somebody who's willing to invest and work with you, be on the same page with you, and look for options and solutions, and you know, be more grounded and willing to build trust, willing to build prosperity, stability, and so on. So you don't want to be the one who's only, you know, doing the only work here. You want teamwork. And yeah, you're getting resistance from this person, likely, though. You're going through with it, but it's very painful. I have the World card along with the King of Wands in reverse. The World card is about massive endings, ending out, putting an end to old cycles, but It's like, again, I always say this, like not putting an end to, not closing the chapter or the page. It's closing the whole book, the whole journey, because otherwise you're going to keep repeating the same thing over and over again, and you can't grow, you can't learn anything from this. There's no prosperity or fulfillment. So you have to move on, and if you can't, the universe will put you through this change or ending, and it looks like it's going to be painful, and at least one of you is going to feel like this is bad luck, this is something they don't want to happen, and they could like throw like anger tantrums. I can't speak no more. Because of the King of Wands in reverse, you could be putting an end to a person, a relationship with a person who is a player, who is a control freak, who's not really grounded or responsible, or who's very egotistic and prideful, for some of you. But with you making this decision, this judgment decision, this person you're dealing with feels very much out of control. And you're going to be faced with a lot of resistance from them. But it's necessary, and it's going to be very healing, and the decision you're making is coming from a very grounded, also logical and clear-minded place. You're showing up as the Queen of Swords. You start off as the Page of Swords. Yeah, free your, new perspective, new understanding, freeing yourself from anxiety and fears, and then you finally end with the Queen of Swords, mental maturation, mentally maturing. I don't know if that makes sense, but yeah, being very logical and clear-minded in your decision, and not budging, and not being afraid to communicate this to other people. So yeah, and it's also pretty diplomatic too, because the Queen of Swords, I believe, is Libra. So, without like being angry and outbursts and getting sharp-tongued, you're actually laying the boundaries, making your decision known, with diplomacy. So, and objectivity. But yeah, that is Taurus. Now moving on to Gemini, last but not least. Again, I will timestamp in the comments section. I'm going to leave timestamps so you can fast forward to your desired sign once the video is posted after the live recording. But let's see. Geminis. How are my Geminis doing? I hope you guys are doing good. Let's see what you're dealing with, what energies will be influencing you until July 26th when it comes to your love life and relationships. I hope good things, Gemini. Good energies. Let's see. A few shuffles. Gemini love. Gemini love. One more shuffle and I'll get right into it. Alright, Gemini love life. Woo. You're in a stagnant situation, or about to be. I have Knight of Pentacles. There could be an offer here from you or from another person, but if there is an offer or opportunity, it's not like the person who has the offer is not coming to you or approaching the other person. They're just sitting and waiting for the other person to approach them. But for a lot of you, this is just a stagnant situation. It's not moving. I do have the Devil along with the Four of Cups for you, Gemini. But again, keep in mind, it could always be vice versa. But Let me see. It's an emotional rejection here, and there is a toxic, unhealthy connection, or there was an offer coming from an unhealthy place. Let me see. Like there is want for harmony, for stability, but it's like something unhealthy is attached to this connection. Okay, this is a little confusing. I do have the Six of Swords along with the Hierophant for the person you're dealing with. They could be giving you the silent treatment, or they're moving on, walking away, or putting a mental distance between you two, in the least. They're being very intuitive, but also unpredictable too. They could be hiding secrets and stuff and not wanting to communicate it openly, or they show up and or disappear when it serves them, and they just think about them, you know. But regardless, like they're paying into their intuition and putting some distance between you two, walking away, at least mentally, if not physically. There is a rejection, because there's lack of trust. Somebody sees the other person as a player, or like an unhealthy partner, or a toxic connection. And it's almost like I'm offering you something, but with it comes attachment or codependency or control issues or something toxic and unhealthy. Because the reading does start with the Nine of Pentacles, so possibly there was an offer. But I think somebody just didn't take it and is just walking away. I just don't know whether this is you or the other person, or maybe both sides, because on your side it's like rejection, on their side is walking away, so it could go either way, or again, for some of you it's mutual decision. Between you two I have King of Wands along with the Magician in reverse. So this is just, somebody is very manipulative and controlling here, and a player. Or not, at least they're not grounded. Or it's like, let's get involved without committing. That could be true for some of you. Or it's like, if you get involved, you're going to get more than what you're asking for. You know, I'm going to give you my hand, but you're going to try to take my arm. Could be that kind of a situation. I don't know. It'll be different for different Geminis, so take it as it resonates. But it's also about not manifesting anything with this person, not wanting to bring this partnership or whatever this situation is into fruition anymore, losing passion, not really actively partaking or giving to this partnership, to this connection. It's like, this is what you want, Gemini. You want, I have the Temperance and the Queen of Pentacles. So you want something healing, harmonious, peaceful, and happy. Also grounded, also invested, trustworthy and consistent, and nurturing in a tangible way. But this is what you're facing, which is unhealthy connection and emotional rejection, or you just feel like, I'm just not interested, I feel bored or underwhelmed, or, you know, I just don't feel comfortable. And not really wanting this toxic partnership connection. Somebody could be having difficulty looking at this partnership realistically, because I have the Moon moving forward, so it's confusion. Again, could be dishonesty, could also be secrets and mysteries, or emotions clouding judgment. Take whatever resonates. Whatever this situation is between you two is not grounded. I have the Ace of Pentacles along with the Seven of Pentacles in reverse. You want groundedness and trust, or growth and, you know, nurture, but that's not what is being offered here. That's not what's present here. It's just stagnancy and no commitment, no investment, no promise. it's just not going to grow. It's not a garden that can be tended to and grow. Um, Somebody could be impatient or hold a lot of grudges from the past, and it's just not grounded, it's not working. It's a lot of confusion and dishonesty. Something's not what it seems to be. And I'm just not sure which side. It could be either side. It'll probably be different for both of you. I mean, a lot of Geminis. Because for them it's the high priestess, which may not always be what, it seems to be. And then on the other side I have the devil, which is also toxic and unhealthy. So that's why it's difficult. But either way, it's just not realistic. There is an expectation. There is an expectation of emotional fulfillment here. Some of you, maybe this already was the case in the past if you have been dealing with this person for a while, but it's just not grounded anymore. There's no like investment here, no trust, no like actual work. Yeah. I also have the Three of Cups. So there was or is like, I don't know, it's just so like, this is difficult. Because there is celebration and emotional comfort zone, maybe joy, but at the same time it's not grounded, it's not realistic, there's deceit, there's lies. It's like happiness based on lies. Happiness based on something not grounded or realistic. Happiness based on something toxic. And so it's just not going to continue. It's either stagnant or it's just not going to manifest anymore. Somebody's a player here. Somebody's not honest. I can tell you that. Yeah, emotional comfort zone. But this situation is hitting a dead end. This is the future card, the Chariot in reverse. It's no success here, no victory, and you cannot move forward. You can't grow anymore. It's going to come to a point where you realize, or this person realizes, that it's not emotionally stable and secure. There might be avoidance of confrontation or passive aggressiveness here. Somebody is not being a team player, not collaborating. For some of you, there could be a third person involved, a third party. It could be just somebody who has an influence on you or this other person. For some of you, it could be romantic entanglement, though. It won't resonate with everybody, though. Take it as it resonates. I have the Three of Pentacles along with the Five of Wands in reverse. This is about letting go. I have the Nine of Cups. This is about letting go and gaining emotional independence, freeing yourself from toxic connections, or realizing that if there are offers being made, it's just toxic and unhealthy and not realistic. And being enough for yourself emotionally. Getting away from passive aggressive people or argumentative drama kings or queens who do not want to collaborate with you, who are very much unfair in the way they deal with relationships, or at least with you, or again, who involve other people in your partnership. You're cutting that off and gaining some emotional independence and walking away, because I got the Eight of Cups along with the Seven of Wands in reverse. Giving up, no longer fighting for this, giving up and walking away, at least emotionally, but could also be physically for a lot of you. Somebody's walking away from the other person. Likely you, but could be them too. I don't know. But I think it's what's best, because that way you'll be more grounded, more healthy, more independent emotionally. Alright, well, that was Gemini for until July 26th. And that concludes my all signs readings. Thank you for sticking around. Thank you for watching, and thank you for your patience. Again, I will leave timestamps for those of you who clicked in a little after their sign was read. But Thank you again. I love you guys. Hope you guys have a wonderful 10 days and a wonderful summer. And again, happy birthday to all Cancers. Take care, guys. Don't forget to like my video and subscribe if the readings did resonate with you. All right. Love you. Bye-bye.